How's it going, boys? My name's Gary, and welcome back to That Killer Gary. Hope you're all doing well, as always. Currently, at the time of me recording this, it is 3:52 p.m. on November 8th, 2025, which means yesterday I turned 20 years old. I've finally reached the endless foggy abyss that is my 20s. And man, am I excited. And once again, I know, it's quite a shocker to some of you still, I bet. Generally, most people who make Call of Duty commentaries nowadays are usually in their late 20s to early 30s and are only making them as an escape to their stressful adult lives. Yet here I am, defying the standard still. Anyways, today, once again, exactly like 366 days ago, I would like to take a little look back at my year and talk about some of the stuff I experienced and learned throughout the year. Just having some fun once again, just like last time. So first off, let's get an annual mental health check-in. Currently, I would say that I'm doing very good. Over the last year, I can confidently say that my mental health has improved once again. But not so much in the quality this time, but rather in the consistency. My mental health overall has been pretty consistently good over the last year, actually more than it ever has in my entire life. I've only ever really gotten to those deep low points maybe once or twice this year. Although that doesn't mean that they didn't happen. As usual, during the early months of the year where the clouds stay the same three shades of fucking gray for weeks on end, I definitely had my struggles. If you watch my previous video titled New Year, New Times that I posted back in January, then you already know why. But for those that haven't watched the video, I'll give you a quick synopsis of it. Back in January, I kinda had a stressful start to the year. The way I could best describe it would be getting hit by a 1-2-3 punch combo. The first punch came right at the end of the year, in late December, where I got hit by what was easily the worst illness I have ever had. I don't even know what it was still. It's been almost a year, and I still don't know what I had. All I know is that it definitely was not a damn cold, that's for sure. But it was an illness that not only left me confined in my bedroom for over a week, but also one that significantly hindered my hearing ability for about a month. You see, during that illness, I managed to pick up a double middle ear infection. And one of the cool things that comes along with a middle ear infection is pus that gets stuck in your ears. And it turns out that pus decided to stick around and hibernate in my ears for about a month. And while having a hard time hearing literally anything wasn't fun, what sucked the most was the fact that the pus that was stuck in my ears ended up being so bad that it affected the way that I perceived pitch. Essentially, I couldn't listen to music for a whole month without it sounding horribly low pitched. Look, man, you can hinder my hearing ability. That's fine. I have no issue with that. But taking away my ability to listen to music? That's crossing the fucking line right there, dude. I was fucking pissed, bro. I literally had to open up my editor and go in and literally put in songs and lower the pitch of them and then export them, and that was the only way I could listen to music. Fuck that. I'm so glad I can hear now. Anyways, while this awful illness was vigorously ravaging my body, the second punch came in. I ended up starting college while I was sick, which was awesome timing, by the way, because I missed my first 2 days. Yeah, man, I love missing orientation and not knowing what to do when I get there, and having that completely out of my control. And then on top of that, during my first week of college, that I was actually able to go to after I was sick, obviously, I ended up getting offered a job interview. Went and did it, and got hired on the spot instantly. And that ended up being the third punch that it was basically a KO fucking knockout. It was basically just a KO. It was a really great start to the year, if you ask me, and definitely not stressful or anything like that. But yeah, besides that whole hiccup, it's been a pretty stress-free year for me. For the most part, I've been able to cruise through the year easily. Another thing I feel is worth mentioning is my weight loss. Over the last 4 years, I've been putting in work to try and get my weight down. Back in mid-2021, and this is hard for me to say, I weighed 380 pounds. I hated it, it made me hate myself, and overall it just made my life worse. So I decided to start doing something about it. Well, the whole process has had its ups and downs. This year, I can proudly state that I managed to reach my new lowest weight in years. 268 pounds. Look, man, if I can lose as much weight as I have, then you guys can 100% as well. It won't be easy, yes, but just keep going at it and your life will slowly start to get better. Holy crap, dude. This is a long video, by the way. This script is almost 2,000 words. I just basically got through the first page, and I'm already at 7 minutes of recording time. Holy fuck. Anyways, the next thing I'd like to go over are the goals that I set last year. I want to review them and see how I did. So the first goal that I had set last year was starting college. And based on what I said earlier, you might think that I successfully achieved that goal. And well, yeah, I did start college. The one thing I forgot to mention was that I did not finish it. It was a horrible fucking experience. The classes were structured poorly, none of the work felt fulfilling, and I somehow made someone call me racist by trying to explain to them that I had an ear infection and couldn't hear easily. Overall, I'd rate it a 10 out of 10 and would call it a very, very successfully reached goal. Anyways, the second goal that I set was obtaining my driver's license. And dude, I'm so fucking close. I can't even put it into words at this point. At this point, it's a matter of me scheduling the actual test, practicing for it, and going and taking it. So while I wouldn't call it a 100% success, the fact that I'm as close as I am, I think is deserving of a pass, especially with the amount of effort that I've put into it. Soon there'll be a new threat on the road in the form of a 6'2", tall, big, wide ginger man driving a dark green 2000 Dodge Ram 2500. So keep your guard up, motherfuckers, especially because I'm a very impatient driver. The third goal, though, learning an instrument, yeah, that one fell to its knees very quickly. I made pretty much zero progress on trying to do that. But don't blame me. Blame my fucking genetics for forcing me to be a mixed-handed person who just so happens to prefer playing the guitar left-handed. You see, if I played right-handed, I definitely would have completed this goal because getting a right-handed guitar is easy as shit. You can literally roll up to any music store and they usually have them on a front center display. However, getting a left-handed guitar? Nah, dude, you gotta go through a multi-month long D&D campaign to even have a chance at getting one. They simply don't fucking exist, and getting one was just too hard, so I ended up hanging up the idea. And the fourth and final goal I made was uploading more consistently. Yeah, no. Fucking no. Fuck no. After my last birthday video, I did follow up a month and a half later with Christmas commentary week. But after that, I completely shit the bed, bro. I won't even lie. I made another goal at the beginning of the year, too, to upload double the amount of videos as I did last year. 32 to be exact. You know, I genuinely thought back then that I was going to be able to do it. And honestly, I felt pretty good about video making when I posted that video. Yet my ass is sitting at 12 videos total now if you include this one. So good job me. Give a grand round of a fucking applause for me. I totally managed to do that. That being said, we still have just under 2 months left in the year. And while 20 videos is a lot in that time frame, I'm going to give it my best shot. You know, maybe I can make something happen. I mean, I got Christmas commentary week coming up. I got a new weekly series coming up. So just give me 2 more months. Just give me 2 more months, man. That's all I need. That's all I need, man. Now that we've gone through all my goals, I would like to set some new ones. So, first goal will be to finally get my goddamn license. This should be easy considering how close I am. But knowing myself, there's definitely a scenario lurking out there where I completely fuck this up. So that's why I'm making it a goal, just to try and lower the chances of that happening. Second goal will be to get better at saving my own money. Well, it's not something that I'm completely horrible at. Considering the housing market and where the economy and stuff is heading, it might be best for me to hold on to even more of what I get from my paychecks. Especially because I want to try and move out at some point in the near future. Me and my IRL friends are really keen on getting a house together, and we're honestly kind of hoping to do that sooner rather than later, so saving money seems like a good idea here. You know what, the next goal I'm deciding to make up on the spot here. While hitting a statistical goal isn't my favorite type, I still want to set this one just to make younger me proud. I want to see if we can reach 1,000 subscribers by this time next year. I know it's a bit outrageous, but I think it's completely doable. As much as I hate saying this since I haven't ever said it, hit that subscribe button if you want to make younger me proud. And finally, of course, my last goal will once again be attempting to upload more consistently. I know, most of you are fucking tired of hearing that for the 47th time. But hey, it's on me, and until I can get my own ass in check, I'm just gonna have to keep saying it. So don't blame me, because this is all me. I'm even blaming myself here. Anyways, that's all for today's video. Before I go, I would like to advertise 2 different things real quick. The first thing is my inbox. It's currently sitting empty due to me being horribly inconsistent. So if anybody would like to send in a question to potentially be answered in a future ThatKillerGary video, then shoot me an email at thatkillergary@gmail.com. Second thing is streaming. On Tuesday, November 11th at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will be live streaming finally. I plan to hopefully start the Call of Duty 4 campaign. And if I don't end up finishing it in one night, I will plan to continue it the following day on Wednesday, November 12th at 3 p.m. PST. But wait, there's even more. If it somehow takes me more than 2 days to complete it, then I'll plan on finishing it on Friday, November 14th at 12 p.m. PST. Essentially, this will be my streaming schedule for the coming months, as I do plan to play through a good chunk of all the COD campaigns, starting with COD 4 and likely ending with Black Ops 3, as those were the games that I grew up with the most, and the ones that I want to play through the most. Total complete bias. I'll just be straight with you. That will equate to 9 straight weeks of streaming. After that, I really don't have a plan on what I'll do next, but I think I'll be able to figure something out. Anyways, once again, if you'd like to catch a stream of mine finally, then tune in to twitch.tv/MrGary_1 this coming Tuesday at 3 p.m. PST. The link should be on screen and in the description, and if it's not, once again, I'm a dumbass. And yeah, that's about it. Hope you all enjoyed me ranting for probably 10 plus minutes. I mean, I've been recording for 17, and this is a 2,000 word script, and I've also added on to it with my own commentary, so this is probably over 10 minutes. Oh, and also, have a great day, because why not? Why have a shit fucking day when you could just have a good one? Like, genuine question. It still baffles me that people could have a shit day when they could just have a good one. Anyway, see you guys.